One.
Hi, welcome back to the Radar Pod. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Alexis.
And we're back in the car!
We're back in the car!
Because guess what? Okay, so, little update, I guess. Me and Don tried to figure out the mics. What's today? Saturday. We tried to figure out the mics. And we figured them out. We got both to work at the same time, plugged into my computer. But then we went to press record and it wouldn't record. So, yeah.
So we're still at square one.
So we know both of the mics can work at the same time at least.
It's just getting it connected to something, right? Correct?
I don't know.
I don't know. But shout out to Don. Thank you, Don.
Shout
out to Don for working as hard as he can.
Our IT man.
IT. Give him a little shout out. Give him a like on this video if you're in support of Don.
Okay, what do we start with?
We start with the praise report. It's been so long.
Feels like it's been months.
Yeah, I start with it. So, also today we'll be talking about pretty much just our thoughts of what we've had the last few weeks. Because again, it's been a long time since we actually shot a pod. But yeah, I don't know. That's actually a good idea. Well, we had like a topic, but we couldn't really piece it together.
We had like 3 topics.
We had 3
and we wanted to talk about them all. So,
so it's not like we're trying not to find topics. It's just hard to piece them all together. So right now, it's all in our thoughts the last few weeks. Anyways, we'll go into our praise report and then we'll get into it. But I'll start it out because I actually have something for once that I can remember. Praise report. So everyone knows I teach and stuff. And I think it was last week, beginning of last week. So usually I have like 3 study halls back to back with all the high school classes. And usually during that time I just like do my Bible studies and like kind of just read my Bible, read a book that I'm reading right now. But this last one I had with my freshman class, I think they're freshmen, we just started talking about like our Jesus and relationship with God and like how we're going to heaven and stuff, and it was just very, very wholesome to me. Like they're like actually like genuinely asking me questions, and like with the kids that were asking me those questions, I was just so shocked because like I don't ever see them like that. So them just kind of opening up in that class really made me happy, and just like being able to answer the questions honestly and as much as biblically well as I could, I felt pretty good, and I was like just happy that they felt comfortable like asking me those types of questions, and like that kind of just made me like full circle moment, like realize like this is exactly like what I'm supposed to do. Like obviously yes, teach, but also like teach the way and lead them to God as much as I can, and that kind of made me really happy. So that's mine.
Cute. My praise report is that me and Dustin put up our Christmas tree today. Okay, so we got like a 3-foot tree. It's like, anyways, yeah. So
sorry, I choked on my gum. I do love that book. Wait,
are you okay? You're like struggling.
Can I open this? I just need to throw this away. Oh, that scared me.
You actually choked.
No, I did. Watch it back.
I heard you make a sound, and I was like
half of the gum went
down. Be quiet. I'm trying to talk.
Half the gum went down my esophagus, and the other half was up. So I was like, well, wait. So is it a 3-foot tree you have?
Yeah, we got a little 3-foot tree. We don't have ornaments yet. We have like tinsel stuff on it, and then like obviously the lights, but we didn't get any ornaments.
It's like this little Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
No, it's like full.
That's so cute.
I know, it's really cute. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, you didn't send me anything.
Because we just put it up.
Oh, like today?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Fair.
Anyways, yeah, so happy, I almost said happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everyone.
It's not Christmas.
Allie, are you one of those people?
I have to wait till... Guys, I have to wait till after Thanksgiving to fully get in my Christmas mood.
I respect that to a certain extent, because I feel like Thanksgiving just isn't special enough by itself. Like, Thanksgiving is a part of the season you're in, but Christmas is like a whole, like, vibe.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get it, because, you know, what made me more mad than anything with that, was people at school are like, it's Halloween today, and then like that means tomorrow starts Christmas. I'm like, can we calm down? Like they're all excited, but I also can't talk because we leave our Christmas tree up till June.
But that's why I like celebrating Christmas early because I'm one of those people after
Right after
New
Christmas, you're
Year's,
done.
take it down.
See, yeah, we keep it up till literally June,
Yeah. So I just like to
midsummer.
absorb it as much as I can.
That's fair.
Plus winter is like kind of sad. So like
That's true. You have something to kind of like distract yourself.
Yeah.
I get that. Especially, yeah, seasonal
This is another
sadness.
topic. Sorry to bring this up.
Yo.
But like I always used to be one of those people who thought like dressing up for Halloween like for kids is like it's just like fun and cute. Like no, like didn't think too deeply about it. But then this year I was like,
gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I'm not letting my kids dress up for Halloween.
No.
Like, why would you make like I was told this is Dustin? Why would you make something scary fun for kids?
Yes.
Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
I don't get how people can celebrate Halloween, but then they're so against Christmas.
I know.
Like
It's weird.
that's where I draw the line. I'm like, this is why I don't associate with you.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry. It's
Yeah.
not what I meant, but that's what I meant.
Into the topic?
Into the topic now.
Topics.
Topics.
Do you have anything you want to
I actually do want to start with something.
Okay.
So, I actually like in my I've been actually like kind of just really studying out the Bible more. Like taking more notes with what I'm reading outside of my study. So like I have my own study book, right? So I do those questions, but then I also like go and read in the Bible too and like take like notes and like try to get more into it and stuff like that. And like it makes me feel so much better throughout my day cuz like it helps me just like get my mindset right and stuff like that. But anyways, that's not even what I want to talk about, but that's something that another praise report. Woo. Reading a little more. But
I have another praise report too. I
Okay,
finished
go.
my Revelation class.
Love.
Literally took me
because
months.
you just submitted them all, right?
Yeah, I sent in both of my classes.
So does that mean you start?
So I have 4 more and then I graduate.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Love.
Anyways, I hope to be done by summer.
As you should. Do you know what next books you're doing?
It's the Life of Christ.
Ooh.
So that should be really fun.
I took a class in college called The Life of Christ. Do I remember learning anything in that class? No. But now that you say that, Life of Christ,
you were
yes.
going to a Lutheran school.
I was going to a Lutheran school. Keep that in mind. But yes, a lot of theology, a lot of deep stuff.
Yeah.
History. But yes.
Anyways, go on with what you were saying. Sorry.
No, it's okay. So, I think with that, with reading a lot more, like I feel more aware of like stuff in my what?
You should bring that up. You wrote that down.
No, I didn't write that. That was Dustin, I think. That's not my handwriting.
Oh, I thought that was your handwriting.
No.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
Well, now because see, the way you sit, that would be on Dustin's side of service.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I had to make sure it was. But with reading more, I feel like I'm more aware of like the enemy trying to get in my head and stuff, right? But again, with that reading, I have more scripture in me to combat what the enemy's throwing in my head. So the other night, I was literally down bad. I think it was Friday or Saturday night this weekend. I was like in bed so early, lights off, and I was just sad. Felt lonely. I was like, it didn't help because we just had that conference with the marriage thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to service Wednesday and it was a family one and he was still talking about relationship stuff. And I'm looking around and everyone is seated with their partner. I'm sitting by myself and with my mom. I'm like, wow, what has my life come to? I'm serving God. I feel like I'm doing a lot of things right? And I was just having myself a little pity party. And I go home and I'm still thinking I'm dwelling on this. And I'm like, wow, am I going to be by myself the rest of my life? That was literally my thought process. But immediately I just started praying. I was like, no, I'm not staying here. I shot out of my bed, Elizabeth, and I went downstairs. I turned music on and I started praying. And I wrote down, I wish I could see what I wrote down, but I put something like how you can either stay in those dark valleys and stuff like that. But in the word, it says, I think Psalm 23, verse 4, it says, though I walk through the valley. So you can either walk through that valley that you're going through in those little nights where you're allowing the enemy just to throw those darts and those attacks at you to try to distract you and kind of put you down and kind of try to lead you off that path that you're supposed to be on. So you can either walk through it or you can stay in it and stay in that defeat. But I decided that night, I said, no, I'm not staying there. I'm not staying there. Because again, in Galatians 6, verse 9, it says that we do not grow weary in well doing, because you guys know the verse. I can't finish it, but you guys know what I'm talking
Getting
about.
distracted.
Yes, I'm getting distracted. People are walking out of the church right now. And then I wrote, I wish I remember all the verses I wrote down. But I remember that one. That one stuck with me. I told you he would do that.
Anyways,
But yeah, I was just like, because so many other times in the past, I would decide I'm gonna lay down, I'm gonna cry about it, and I'm gonna stay down and be like, all right, well, this is it for me. I'm gonna be lonely. And then I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna get the word out and I'm gonna pray about it, and I'm not gonna stay there. And now I feel so much better. Do I feel lonely at times? Yes. I mean, I feel like that's just what you're gonna feel when you're single. You're gonna have those moments where you feel lonely
yeah.
and you feel like you're ready, which I feel like I am ready. So if there's any single men watching, just kidding, anyways.
Your number?
But
Give him your number while you're at it.
but in those moments, like, you have to remember, like, I think Pastor Stacy and Matthew said it, Hebrews 13, verse 5, that he will never leave us nor forsake us, and that we are not alone, and like that I can rest in, like, I'm not alone. As lonely as my flesh may feel, in my spirit I know I have a Father who's going to be with me through it all, who will lead me and guide me in where I need to be in his timing and not my timing. And that's super important too. I know we've talked about that all the time, is like how important God's timing is over our own timing. Yeah, so that's what Ken, sorry, I just want to rampage.
It's okay. After I interrupted you like 5 times. But yeah, I like what you said about like not sitting in the valley, but like walking through it, because like God obviously takes us through valleys to teach us something.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the things I was thinking about like over the past few weeks since we did our last podcast was like we go through valleys so that we have like the like whatever God wants us to learn from that valley, so that we learn that so that we can climb up to the top of the mountain.
Yes.
Because like everyone always talks about like valleys and mountains, but I'm like, to get to the top you have to climb up the mountain, and like how are you going to do that? How are you going to endure all of that unless you've learned, like, taken the things that you learned from the valley?
Yes.
Like otherwise you're not going to be able to get up. You're just going to give up because
Yes.
it's hard. Like climbing up a mountain is hard.
Oh, 100%.
So yeah.
It takes endurance, right? And like, you can look at that mountain and you can stare and be like, oh, I'm never going to get there. Yet you're looking at it, yet you're not taking any action and moving forward and using what God has brought you already through to conquer that next mountain that's ahead of you. And we know, like, as believers, as Christians, there's going to be mountains. There's going to be mountains after mountains after mountains. And like, yes, there's going to be those high moments too, but like, don't get discouraged in those low places and those mountains when they come up, and know, like, we have a God who fights the battle for us, who's going to lead us as long as we take his hand and allow him to lead us too. And something, this is totally off topic, but another thought that I had this last week was how can we grow? You know, like, I talked about that I think in my last podcast, but that was something that's like really stuck with me still. And when I was reading and praying that same night, I wrote down that there's 4 different ways we can grow in our spiritual life. First one, what did I write? Grow is by seeking, right? We can grow by seeking God, right? So in Matthew 6, verse 33, it tells us, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Then I have, second was growing by obedience. And in Isaiah 1, verse 19, it says, be willing and obedient, and you shall eat the good of the land. Then the third one was grow by praying and reading his word. And I think in Ephesians 6, verse 17, 18, it talks about like putting on the armor of God. I think it mentions a few pieces, and then by praying always. And the fourth one was the one I really, really like that I wrote that came to me was we grow by faith-filled action. And that comes by, I think, I can't remember, it's somewhere in James 2, verse 26, it tells us how without in the body, without breath, the body's dead, right? So with and then they kind of refer to how faith without works is dead. So just applying those every day. I try to keep that in the back of my head now in those certain areas where I want to grow, but I have to apply those things to allow me to grow and draw closer to God. And seeking Him is so important. I can't get over that message that we heard in convention with that guy who preached on how like we have to seek God.
Which one?
That younger guy, he
The
preached on
Micah Google
seeking,
guy.
yes.
Yeah,
Like
that
that
was
one
really
stuck
good.
with me so much, like how important it is seeking God and like truly seeking his face and his presence is so important for us to continue to go forward in what he has called us to be in him.
I
But
feel
yeah.
like one of the things that like stops us in our walk with God and like seeking God to the fullest is like thinking that we're not good enough. And I was
Yes.
listening to this song. I forget which song it like what song it was, but it said like it wasn't who I thought I was, it was who I thought I was not. And I thought about that for a while and I was like, it's not who I think I am that like stops me sometimes. It's who I think that I'm not, like what I think I don't have and what I think I can't be that like
Mhm.
stops us from like going after God fully
Mhm.
because like I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's hard to see God when you don't feel like you can be whatever he wants you to be. You know what I'm
Like you're
saying?
not qualified enough.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like even though I am seeking him, he's not going to give me the things that like I want to get from him from seeking him
Mhm.
because like I'm not this, I'm not that. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But yeah, that's
I
just a
like that.
thought.
I like that cuz you can tie that with I mean, I think about that all the time where I kind of come from. Like when before I even started preaching, I probably mentioned this in another pod. Like I never thought I'd preach once a month, which for God be the glory. It's him, not I.
To God
Be
be
the
the
glory. We're gonna
glory.
get copyrighted.
Okay.
But no, just thinking about that and like how I think how I where I came from, just like from high school to college, I hated public speaking. I despised public
I
speaking.
still despise.
I still despise it, but I know it's not my words, but Christ who's speaking through me, and that's something you have to remember is like God's going to give you everything you need to accomplish what he wants you to accomplish. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like even when you don't feel like you have those qualifications or those skills or abilities, like God's going to place it in you, and like it's going to take work obviously, but he will get you to where you need to be to feel that confidence and that boldness that you need to go forward and to do what he's called you to do. And you can look at Moses didn't want to go and speak in front of Pharaoh in Egypt. He's like, but God, I have a stutter, you know. So like, but yet he still, well, Aaron kind of played the role for him too. But you and I are talking about.
But
So
when you look back or think back about the story, you don't think like about Aaron.
yeah, that's
Like
very true.
like that never comes to my mind. I just think like Moses
Yeah.
led them out of
Hmm.
Israel,
Yeah.
opened the Red Sea. Which like can we just take a second? Sometimes I just take a second and like imagine an entire sea
Just
just
splitting.
splitting.
I think I take for granted now that we're talking about this, like how true, like I forget, like this actually happened. You know
I
what I'm
know.
saying? I think of it as a movie.
I know. Oh! One of the things I wanted to bring up. I think it was Stephen who was preaching, or no, Stacy. I don't know.
Mhm.
But anyways, they were talking about how like after they crossed the Red Sea the first time, they danced on the other side or something. I can't remember now. And then was it what's the after Moses there was what's his name? Joshua.
I
That
was
they
gonna say
walked
that I got
through.
scared.
That they split the what sea was it? Or it was
Was
different.
it the
Jordan
Jordan?
River or something like that.
Jordan.
And then they were like put these stones there so that
Oh yeah, to remember it, like the remembrance
the
of it.
people remember. I forgot what she said, but it was so
I,
good.
I do you have it?
Oh, maybe yeah. Let me look at my little notebook.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't want to say what she called it the wrong way.
But anyways, yeah. Do you know if it was Stacy or Steven?
I feel like it was.
feel like it was
I want to
so
say it was
bad.
Pastor Stacy too, though, for some reason. Why do I not have?
Okay, I probably didn't write it down.
You're probably just awestruck by it.
So that's the end of the thought, I guess.
So that's the end of the song.
But yeah,
That was
should
good.
we talk about our songs?
Yes.
that
Yes. Do
we've
you want to
been
go?
making? Mine has been like the whole. Forrest Frank came out with a new, well, not a new
Forrest
album. He has like
Frank-
a deluxe part of Child of God.
Those songs are good. I'm sorry, but what is the one that I'm obsessed with right now? You're
Fast
Always
or
Better.
slow? Oh, You're Always Better. Yeah,
You're Always Better. I cannot get enough of that one right now. It's
Yeah.
on repeat.
I love all of them.
I like the. It's kind of more like a upbeat, more song. The newer one. It's like, what is it called? Liz?
Heaven on This Earth. or
Yes.
something.
Yes. You know it. Yes, that one.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Mhm.
And I like Beautiful as You, I think it is.
Mhm.
And then I also like God Takes Breaks. When I
Yes.
saw the title of it,
I know.
was
When
like,
I saw that one,
"Wait,
I was like,
Forrest?
Forrest, are you okay?
But, like, he talks about like how
Mhm.
he took 6 days to make the earth
Yeah.
and then he rested, and like shouldn't be like, yeah. Anyways,
If you want to listen to good Christian rap, Forrest Frank right now.
he's not even really a rapper though.
He's not. His music is so good.
His music is the epitome of summer.
Yes.
Like, when
my
I
gosh.
listen to his music, I
That is
just
so
feel like
true.
it's
I
summer.
feel like it's such a bright, sunny day that I could go run through a cornfield or
Yeah.
something, or a flower field. Field full of flowers.
Bucket lists. Thing to do: find a flower field, bring my JBL speaker,
Run
blast
through
Forrest
it.
Frank, maybe have like a long skirt on,
A long skirt, a long
And just run.
flowery skirt
Yeah,
with
just
a
run through
white
a field.
T-shirt on. You can't tell me I can see that.
That's a bucket list.
That's a bucket list.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should go to that sunflower place. Where they have a literally sunflower field, and you can get ice cream there too.
What?
I know you don't like ice cream, but like they have like a whole. I don't know where. I think it's like around Eden, and they have like a sunflower patch, and people go there and like take pictures and walk through it.
Yeah, that's cute. I love flowers.
That would be the place to do it.
Anyways, what's your song?
My song, I can't remember. It's by I think Michael something. It's called "Pour It Out," and just
I
like
think you sent it to me.
yes, and it
didn't
was
listen to
so
it yet.
good. Like it's kind of like it's like not fast, but it's not slow either. It's like in the medium range of like the What am I saying?
Beat?
The beat. Yes, the beat of it. So, like,
Tempo.
the tempo. Yes, I don't know. It's like such a good song, and I really like the album picture for it. I don't know why. You have to look at it.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it, but like just literally pouring it all out to God, like no matter what it is. Like, oh, he talks about like if God wants my heart, you can have it, and some other thing. Just like yeah, so good. Sorry.
Lately I just been thinking like God is really good.
That is so good. But like also with that, okay, tell me I'm wrong. The spiritual warfare in my mind.
It's been like not like a.
I don't know how to
like-
explain it. Like it's not as bad as it was to me, but like it's still there.
It just feels lately like everything is harder.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Like for no reason.
Like, not that I'm really struggling, but everything's just a little bit harder.
Like I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I can't put my finger on it.
Everything just kind of feels like a struggle.
Yes. Like we're on the brink of something, but like it feels so
Like,
far
I
away.
just feel like I'm in like wrapped up in a blanket, and like I'm just like frustrated like this, but like not like really like
You're not like wrestling with it too hard. Like it's not like
it's not really like defeating me or anything.
Yes.
It's just like that's just what it feels like
Mhm.
to do anything.
yes, exactly. Like I feel like the lights like right in front of me,
Right.
but like it slowly
But
goes
like,
away. Like I feel like you
No,
get
this is
backed
what I
up.
feel like. So, you know when you think something's closer than it actually is?
But it's not like that
So
mirror.
you're right. So like when you're looking in the rearview mirror and like they're like But it says on here like things may be closer
Closer
than
than
they
they
appear.
appear,
But I
yes.
feel like it's the opposite right
Yes.
now. Like everything, I think it's like really close.
Really
and actually,
close,
it's
like you
actually
could
really far
grab it,
away.
but it's like actually like
so like I'm like reaching,
it's like 50 miles away. I'm
and
like,
then I like fall because I didn't get to grasp it, and then I go again and like keep taking steps
Yes.
towards it. It's like when you're playing with like a cat and you keep going like this
Yes.
with the thing. That's why I feel
like
like
you gotta
God's
be
doing to
quicker than
me.
that. You gotta be quicker than that.
Like he has something dangling, he's just like, oh wait, not yet. Like I really keep reaching towards it, but like
Yes.
one of these times I'll grab it.
One of these times I'm gonna get it.
That's what it feels like.
No, that's so true though. Like it's right there.
Yeah.
Like it's evidently right in front of you.
Maybe I'm just like, I don't know.
Like I feel it, but like I don't see it.
Like when I was in high school, you remember when I had to wear glasses for a little while? Because when I went, they said that I don't have like I went like not like nearsighted or farsighted, but I have like really bad depth perception.
I don't have any of that perception, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's what it feels like.
Like everything. No, I might
Everything's
get into it.
like
Yes, you're like if I take my glasses off, you're flat. Like in the window. Like there's no air in between. Like you feel like you can. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it is.
Wait, I didn't know you had that problem.
Yes, I have no peripheral vision or depth perception, so I have to wear glasses. And I can't see far away.
So you are nearsighted.
Yes, I didn't
Okay.
say I wasn't.
I thought you said, "Oh, I'm not either." I'm just not.
Oh, maybe I did. Well, no, I'm nearsighted.
So you have no peripheral vision.
No.
Like, you can't like look like this.
No, like okay, like I can, but I have to force myself.
So like if you're looking for it, you can't see me.
Okay, like pull up fingers.
One.
No, like don't tell me.
At least said one. I hope.
Okay, do it again. 4. Oh, I got it.
Wait, turn
Like,
it back
I-
around.
Like I can't tell. It's so
That's
bad.
so weird. Wait, do it to me.
I used to have to do. Did you know? Fun
Wait,
fact.
do it to
Okay.
me. 2. Did you have 2?
Yeah. Sorry,
Oh.
I changed it. No, let me do. You looked at.
Whatever. I have
Okay, you
vision.
better. Anyways, fun fact. I had to do. Did you know this? I
What?
had to do eye therapy in college.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. That was weird. That was a time.
Eye therapy.
Literally, I had to do eye therapy. I had to do exercises during the week to help get it better.
Do you still do them?
What do you think? Based off my test,
I don't know. Maybe you should.
I probably should. Like it's so bad.
Anyways, what were we talking about before we got on that?
Spiritual warfare.
Oh yeah, is that spiritual warfare?
Now that I think about it, I think so.
Like what actually is spiritual?
Spiritual warfare is like the enemy just fighting so hard against you because, right? I feel like that's what it is like.
I feel like it's a special term, but it like
This is very yeah. Like there's just like oppression. I feel. When I think of spiritual warfare, I think of oppression and like that weight of like, oh my gosh, this is hard, type deal. And then like
Oh,
the
so
enemy.
maybe I have.
Maybe I'm wrong though.
Yeah,
Maybe I maybe I am going.
so maybe I am battling spiritual.
Wait, for real?
What?
Are you?
I
Is that
don't
what you're
know.
feeling?
I don't know.
Oh,
Anyways,
I feel like that.
yeah. But okay, so how is it already November?
But yeah, that's wild to me. Like I feel like it was September like a second ago.
I feel like it was
October flew by.
I feel like it was literally June, like 5 days
When did
ago.
we go to Iowa? End of September?
Like end of September,
End of September.
beginning of October.
You're lying. That's
No.
weird. We left end of September and it's November now.
Yeah. October
That's
just
really-
feels like it fell off.
Like you know how they say California is probably gonna fall off the map. I feel like October fell off the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
Anyways, what was I gonna say? Why did I say that?
Wow.
Oh, because I was thinking we got a bunch of like prophecies, right? That
Yes.
things were gonna happen this year.
Hmm. And that's why the enemy's fighting it so bad. Because he doesn't want us to see that, because it's coming. And you know how many prophecies we had, and it's end of like
It's
he's gonna
crunch
come back to
time.
back to back. That's what I'm thinking. Like I'm not even like I wish they came, but it makes me really excited to see what these God's gonna do in these next 2 months, and that the enemy's fighting it
It's
so hard.
really
When
crunch
Pastor
time.
Stacey said that, I'm like, wait, so you're telling me that they're gonna boom 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 boom? They're coming. Like
Yeah.
you can't even be upset. Like you can be, but like you shouldn't be. Like that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It is crunch time. It's like fourth quarter tie game. We're about to get a fat victory. That's all I have to say.
Everyone spam W's in the chat.
Yes, bam, W's in the chat. Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
Word of encouragement?
Word of encouragement. Do you want? I'll go. I was gonna ask you. My word of encouragement would be just probably say this every time, and I say this every single time, anyways, and everyone. But keep pursuing after God. Keep drawing near to God. And because it says in the word, like when we draw near to God, He's gonna draw near to us, which is super comforting to know. Like when God sees us continuously looking to Him, He's gonna look down onto us and continually draw us to where we need to go. So, like pastors keep saying, keep fighting that good fight of faith, and like looking to Him. And something that I like really like, I keep thinking about are, like memory verses when our memory verses that we've been going through,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them that really just keeps sticking with me is like those who keep their mind on Him are in perfect peace.
That will keep
And
him
that,
perfect
yes.
his mind to stay
So
on
like
it.
I literally like I when I feel those like anxiousness, like I'm doing so much better. You'd be so proud of me. Like doing so good. But like when I feel any ounce of that, I literally think like, no, I'm keeping my mind on Christ, and I like it just like continuously quote scriptures and like keep that verse in the back of your head, or like actually in the forefront of your head, which is don't keep it in the back, keep it in the forefront. And like you'll feel instant peace, because that's what's helped me. And like so keep your mind on Christ and allow that perfect peace to overtake you, that you can only find in God, because He is the only way. And that's what I have.
My word of encouragement is Proverbs 25 and 26. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it comes. For the Lord shall be thy confidence and shall keep thy foot from being taken. And I feel like that's really important, especially like right now, or like in the middle of so much, like we don't know what's going to happen. And like just remembering not to fear because the Lord is always on our side. So
Love that. Well, we're back at it. Videos are coming up more frequently, even if our room isn't done, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So
face.
it will be done though.
Hopefully soon.
Just a little bump in the road.
A
But we'll be
few
back.
bumps
A
in the road.
few bumps, but the bumps will be smooth soon. Anyways,